What's going on, everyone? Michael here. Now, I've got something actually pretty cool we're going to talk about today. It was something announced yesterday, the 27th. It is the Pokemon Trading Card Game Classic. Now, if you haven't seen it, if you didn't watch it, I highly recommend you go on Pokemon's website. You just go take a look at it. I'll put up a few screenshots that kind of give you an idea. But it is something new that they're coming out with. I think they said later this year it's coming out, and I don't even know exactly who this is for or what target audience they're going for. But just looking at it, they're trying to make it like I mean, it says classic, but like a classier way to play the game. Now, I know some of you may not even play the game at all, like period. But I assume most people have probably opened up at least an Elite Trainer box. So I'll kind of compare the two because what this is, it's like I said, it's a classier way to play the game. So it actually comes with this foldable game board, and by foldable, I'm talking about it's probably a good few inches thick, and it folds up that holds everything. And when you unfold it, it actually turns into the kind of playing field where you play everything. You put your starter, you put your bench, your prizes. It has all that. So instead of just a simple mat or a play mat, you have an actual board that has all the slots for everything, and everything else that comes with this product goes inside this box. Now we'll go ahead and also talk about the actual, like, we'll say damage, the damage counters. You're poisoned, you're confused, burned. Those are being changed. Normally it's let's see, I think they had dice. They had dice for some of them. They used to have where it's like a little chip that would have like 10, 20, 100, and you put on your Pokemon as they receive damage. That's the with now what they're doing. It's almost like a little cone, and they're stackable. So let's say you do 50 damage, you do a 51 right here. Let's say you do another 100 damage, you put 100 on top of that. So it makes it easier for you to see how much damage is done on that Pokemon. So instead of having a whole bunch of tokens out or flipping dice all over the place, you just stack these cones. And it just has some other things different. Instead of a coin, it has like a little thing you roll. It's cool. But the biggest thing is the cards that it comes with. So it has three different decks. Three. It has, and included with those decks is an actual nice deck box too that comes with it. So there's a lot of premium, like, ancillary products that come with it. So that's awesome. But the three decks are base set Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur. And it didn't really say what other cards come with it. It did say the full evolution line, so you know it's gonna have, we'll say Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, all of those. Now, these cards, all of them, besides the energy cards, are going to be hollow. All of them. Your Charmander, Charmeleon, your Squirtle, Wartortle, all your trainer energies are going to be hollow. Now, I kind of faintly saw what it looked like, at least in the video they showed, and the hollow pattern, it kind of reminds me a little bit of how Celebrations was in, like, the shininess. And it just kind of like, what they did was they did the outer border, so kind of like how Japanese has their outer border is kind of hollow and the inside is hollow. That's kind of like how they're doing this. And I am blown away. If you're somebody who likes collecting, you won't have to open any packs. You buy this product and it comes with all the cards that you would want to collect from this product. And I'm not sure if it's going to have stamps. Maybe the hollow pattern specifically is unique to this product, because that would be a huge, if this is a new hollow pattern, that is, I mean, just game changing. But overall, that's probably the biggest selling point. So you're getting a new Charizard, a new Blastoise, and a new Venusaur essentially, because yes, it's the same artwork that came in base set, but it's a new hollow pattern. It's not just a regular hollow. It's not like just like Celebration where just the picture is hollow. It looks like it has a nice border around it too that's also hollow. So these cards are going to be very unique. Now, as I think it's awesome, we'll go ahead and get into the investing part because that's what we talk about here a lot. Now, I am hearing, don't, it's not a quote. I am hearing and I've seen some things that the product is being listed in Japan as being 35,000 yen. Now that translates in US dollars to $260. $260. And you don't get a single pack of cards. Mind you, what you're getting here is purely these 3 decks and very premium ancillary products. So, what does that mean? Well, I think it depends on a few things, on whether or not this is something that is going to be absolutely blown up, or if it's something that's just going to be watered down like the Charizard UPC. So, at $260, that is a huge price point. If you think the chart, it's gone. The Charizard UPC, if you thought that was, 120 bucks was a lot, 260 is a lot. Your average person is not going to buy this. Now, it really depends on how many people buy this. Okay? Because and it also really depends on how many cards come in each deck. Now that's important because let's say this. I'm going to just throw out some numbers for you. The Charizard UPC. Let's say they printed, what's a good number? Let's say they printed, I'm just going to throw out 30,000 of these. Let's say they printed 30,000. And every single one of those UPCs comes with each one of each of the Charizards. So there's 30,000 of each Charizard. Now, this product, because it's a deck that is built to be played, you're not going to have one of each. You're not going to just have one Charmander, one Charmeleon. You might just have one Charizard. That's going to be the biggest thing, is how many Charizards are there. But let's say there's, 3 of each. Let's say you have 3 Charmanders, 3 Charmeleons, 3... I missed one. Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. Now, they could literally print 1/3 of the amount of the Charizard UPC, and there would still be the same amount of each card, if that makes sense. Let's say there's 3 Charizards in one of these decks, all right, in the Fire Charizard deck. At 10,000 printed, times 3 per box, you're looking at 30,000 Charizards still. So it still equals up to kind of the same. So so even though it may be printed less, because there's going to be more cards in the deck, they're not the card itself is not going to be as rare. So it's going to be huge on how many of these they print. I have a very good feeling that this is going to be a super limited product. I cannot imagine them making all these premium pieces and then mass producing them. Yes, the Charizard UPC had nice cards. It had a playmat. It had, this is like, I'm not sure if it's wooden, plastic. I'm not sure, but this is not just something they can just go out and print mass amounts of. This is like, I don't know. I think this is going to, and especially at the $260 price point, I can't imagine a lot of people getting this, and it's gonna be. I mean, like, off the top of my head, I can't even think of any product that has started out around $260 for a product. Again, and not a single pack is going to be inside. So it is literally, if you're buying this to invest in, you're buying these super specific, super unique holo cards, because they're all holo. And I saw Pikachu's in there still. They have a few new EXs coming in there. I saw it mentioned Lugia and Ho-Oh. So there might be more. I don't know exactly how many new cards they're introducing into these decks. You have to assume maybe the Ho-Oh is going to be with Charizard. Lugia, if it's water, it's going to be with Blastoise maybe. I don't know for sure. But the point is that this product looks so cool. I'm probably going to try and get one. I don't see myself getting another one. I mean, again, let's say you buy one to keep, one for yourself, and then one to, keep for later, that's $520 on 2 things. And let's say it tanks. Or maybe they mass produce it. You're out a whole bunch of money. It's going to be something really cool to open and just enjoy as a product. I know I'm gonna do that. If I can get my hands on one, it's maybe in due time I'll do something with it, but it's gonna be something I crack open and just look at and enjoy. Even if you keep the decks like sealed, keep the Charizard sealed, the Blast, you keep all those sealed, you still have all this premium, like, and especially if you're a player collector, like I play a little bit on the live, like I have the actual app. I forget what the actual app is called, but I don't think it's called PC. I think it's called the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live. I play on there. I don't play live like in person, but I still think it'd be really cool to have something like this. I think this is it may even be kind of a stepping stone to create more premium products. Maybe they're gonna they're testing how these little cones work, and maybe they're like, you know what? Maybe we'll come out with some unique ways of all these extra products, and it's super cool. It's super expensive, but it's cool. And if you're a collector, everyone wanted the Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard from Celebrations. You know, just that Charizard was $70. You're paying what, probably 85, $90 for those three, and you could have this whole product has all of them, and maybe even duplicates. Again, I don't. It's all going to depend on how many are in each deck. So again, I implore you, go look at it for yourself because I can't describe the hollow pattern well enough. They have a video on there that kind of gives them a little like, I don't know, like a trailer. It's okay, but it at least you're gonna have to pause at the right point, but you'll be able to see the hollow, and the hollow looks fantastic. I think it looks really cool, and the cards look amazing. So I'm excited for it. Go look at it. Come back to this video. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is this something that you think is gonna like has the possibility of blowing up? I mean, like $260. How many of these can they make for $260? I don't know. It could be something wild. I mean, it could be wild. So just go take a look at it. Come back. Let me know. And if you like the video, just like it. If you didn't like it, you don't like it.